All right, so are you ready to dive into this whole IBM Granite 3.0 thing?
Absolutely.
Do you want to get like a handle on it, right?
Yeah.
Not just the like, okay, what is it, but like, why should I even care?
Right.
And we've got our hands on a couple of articles here.
Okay.
One that's a little more businessy.
Yeah.
One that's like digging into the tech side a little bit more.
Okay.
But let me tell you, IBM is not messing around.
No, they are not.
They are playing for keeps in the AI game here.
It is, when they're pushing aside the slot machines in Vegas to make a tech announcement,
Right.
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like IBM's TechXchange, that's the Super Bowl for the tech world.
It's a big deal.
And this Granite 3.0 announcement.
Yeah, that's a total game changer.
Okay, so they are saying that these models can do it all. Summarizing reports, analyzing data,
Yep.
even something called entity extraction.
Right.
Is that as wild as it sounds?
It's actually even cooler than it sounds.
So imagine you're dealing with a merger and acquisition, you're going through all these contracts.
Right.
Instead of staying up all night like highlighting and figuring out dates and clauses, this AI can do it in a flash.
Wow.
Or you've got analysts looking through financial statements. Entity extraction can pull out all the critical numbers,
Okay.
spot the trends, basically give these people hours of their day back.
That's huge.
It's amazing.
So it's not just like some empty promise. They're actually releasing Granite 3.0 as open source.
Yes.
Now, I'm no like tech genius or anything here,
Sure.
but giving away your secret sauce like that,
Yeah.
that seems like a bold move.
It's bold, but it's brilliant.
Okay.
Think about it. Open sourcing these AI models, it's like opening the doors to this massive collaboration.
Yep.
You've got developers all over the world. They can tinker with the code.
Yeah.
They can build their own custom applications.
Wow.
Push the boundaries of what's possible with this technology.
So like a shared knowledge base that could really push things forward.
This could be the key to like the next wave of AI innovation.
So instead of like hoarding all this AI power,
Right.
you're essentially like democratizing it.
Exactly.
That's a pretty radical concept.
Yeah, it's disruptive, especially when you think about like smaller companies who've been priced out of the AI game.
Right.
Now they have access to the same cutting-edge technology as these huge companies.
Wow.
This could level the playing field in a major way.
Okay, but with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
We've got to talk about the whole AI safety thing, right? Bias, unintended consequences, all that.
Absolutely.
Where does IBM land on all that?
They're not shying away from it, that's for sure.
Okay.
One of the most intriguing things about Granite 3.0 is that they have built-in safety measures.
Interesting.
It's like having an AI ethics watchdog.
Okay.
So it analyzes both the prompts that you give the model and the responses that it generates. The goal is to try to flag any potential bias, any harmful content, any red flags before they even become a problem.
So it's like proactive instead of reactive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like having a second set of eyes,
Right.
looking for those blind spots.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, no system is going to be perfect, right?
Of course.
Especially with something as complex as AI.
Sure.
But just this idea that they're being proactive, instead of waiting for something bad to happen.
Yeah. It's nice to see that.
It's a good sign.
Instead of just like full speed ahead and we'll deal with the consequences later.
Exactly. Yeah. And who knows what those consequences could even be?
Right. Exactly.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Well, let's talk about the practical side of things here for a second.
Sure.
Because these articles keep mentioning potential cost savings.
Yes.
With Granite 3.0.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, my ears always perk up when I hear that.
I bet they do.
So what kind of numbers are we talking about here?
All right, so get this. IBM is claiming that using Granite 3.0 could be up to 23 times cheaper than the AI solutions that are out there now.
23 times.
23 times.
With a wild.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Tasks that used to require, these massive computers,
Right.
tons of energy, and these like super expensive data scientists could now be accessible to even the smallest companies.
Wow.
Like we are talking about a complete paradigm shift in who gets to play in this AI world.
Okay, so if it's that much cheaper and it's open source,
Yeah.
what's in it for IBM?
Right.
Like, are they just giving away their competitive advantage?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think they're playing a different game here.
Okay.
It's not about selling a product.
Right.
They want to be synonymous with accessible, ethical AI.
Interesting.
So it's less about the product itself and more about building an ecosystem.
Okay.
Think of it like this. They're laying the foundation of a skyscraper. They're creating those building blocks that other people can then use to build whatever they want.
So they become the platform that people trust.
Exactly.
Even if everyone's using their open source foundation.
Right, because everybody needs that solid foundation to build on.
That's a pretty savvy move.
It is.
So we've talked about the tech, we talked about the ethics, the business strategy.
Right.
But what does all this mean for the average person?
This is where I think it gets really, really interesting.
Okay.
Because it goes from just like a cool tech story to something that could really change the world.
Okay.
Imagine a world where your doctor has access to AI tools that can analyze your medical images with incredible accuracy.
Wow.
So they can diagnose you faster, give you personalized treatment plans.
That's incredible.
Or imagine small business owners who can use AI to like really target their marketing, manage their inventory, and actually compete with these huge companies.
So it's not just about robots taking our jobs.
No.
It's about AI giving us superpowers.
Exactly. It's about empowering people.
I like that.
To do things that they couldn't do before.
And we're just scratching the surface, right?
We are just at the beginning.
Yeah.
And with platforms like Granite 3.0 becoming more and more accessible, the pace of innovation is only going to get faster.
Yeah.
Like we could see huge breakthroughs in medicine, in education, in climate change.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
It is. It's a really exciting time.
I'm getting that same feeling I got when I first, used the internet.
Really?
Like, we're on the edge of something massive here.
Absolutely.
But like anything else, there are going to be some bumps in the road, right?
Yeah. Of course, there are always challenges.
So we've got to make sure that we're developing AI responsibly.
We have to.
And ethically.
Yes.
And making sure that everybody has access to it.
It can't just be for the privileged few.
Exactly.
It has to be for everyone.
It really does feel like we're
That's exciting. Yeah.
Like we're on the launch pad.
Yeah.
Engines are rumbling. But we don't even know where this rocket ship is going yet.
And that's what makes it so cool.
Exactly.
It's like we know it's going to be big, but we don't know what it's going to look like when we get there.
From casino floors in Vegas.
Right.
To changing the world. IBM's Granite 3.0 has been quite the deep dive.
It has.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
Yeah, remember how mind-blowing it was when smartphones came out?
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is that level of change.
Wow.
But it's AI woven into every part of our lives.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
But that's what we do here on the Deep Dive, right?
You try to.
We take these complex topics and
break them down.
Yeah.
Make them digestible.
And hopefully leave you with more questions than answers.
Because those are the best questions, right?
Yeah.
Ones that make you think.
Ones that spark new ideas.
Exactly.
New innovation. So here's your thought starter for the week.
Okay.
If AI is going to be as big as IBM seems to think it is.
Right.
What's your move?
Yeah.
What problem are you going to solve?
What industry are you going to turn upside down?
Yeah.
What future are you going to create?
Go out there, explore.
Yeah.
Let's see what amazing things we can build together.
In this brave new world of AI.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right.
Until next time, keep diving deep, and we'll catch you on the flip side.